Oh, black is back. Black is back.
But he's back,
HojuKimchi.
back to our true colors.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, yo. 안녕하세요. Yo, what's up? G'day,
HojuMokba,
mate.
episode 7. How is everyone?
Good day, mate. Yeah. How's everyone? What's happening?
Yeah, good, mate. All right, so after our experimental Korean episode last week, we're back to English. Some interesting feedback. You want to share some from the what? It's from the
Yeah.
household, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I think one was from, I believe, old mate. Do we say names?
Yeah, yeah,
Or shout out to Peter Kim. But yeah, really appreciate the feedback because it's good to know that English listeners out there or couples out there who don't speak Korean is like, mate, can't get through the Korean eps. Too
yep.
too cringe, too awkward. He probably hasn't even heard us speak Korean that much as well. So he's probably like, oh, what's this? Conversely, my wife loved it. So it's kind of, I mean, this does make a good point because what is the target audience? Like you've got like the Peter Kims, you got people like my wifey's, like the
Mm,
in-betweeners,
mm,
couples like us. It's
mm.
like, yeah, we can't cater for everyone if we're speaking Korean, but like Korean ep is good, man. I really liked it.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
was more on in Peter's camp in that it felt cringy doing it, and the vibe was definitely different, like kind of less energy. Um, well, it could have been the topic. So, but at the end of the day, I'm just willing to experiment shit, try all sorts of things, and
Yeah.
see what actually sticks. So yeah.
Try Japanese. Ooh. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, and I heard what else did I hear around that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't forget Korean's my second language, so it would just be harder in general. And we don't speak Korean to each other in that sense. We probably never spoke Korean to each other at that length ever. It was kind of
Yeah,
just like,
no,
oh,
no,
we
for
just tried it,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, just willing to try different things. I think we should definitely revisit it at some stage,
Yeah.
with a different topic and see
Yeah.
where it goes.
Yeah. But
But
shout out to Strongman Peter Kim. Hope you like this ep because this one's English and about food, and I know he loves food. So yeah, shout
yeah,
out there. Yeah.
good to
Yep.
know that he's listening. Just a couple of more shout outs that I missed previously. So Teo and Eugene, if you guys are still listening,
Shout
hope you
out.
don't be shy. Leave a comment, and we're looking to forward to having you on the show one day. Eh?
Comment, brah. One comment is one beer from Dennis, mate. Comment, brah. Okay.
Yeah. So just about last episode, so I've been kind of playing around with ChatGPT, just keeping up with the trend, and did this fucking Ghibli studio thumbnail, and so disappointing to see how big an impact that it has. So we bust our nuts trying to get this quality podcast going, and we don't get any views, and just this one image, the views explode. So bit disappointing, but at the same time
That's the way it
we're
is.
figuring
Keep it
out,
up.
yeah, we're figuring out what works. So
Yeah,
slowly.
keep it up. That's probably got the most random views, I think, Dennis, that are outside of people we know. So
Dude, it went from 70 to like 230 over like the last 12 hours or some shit. So
exactly, because they just look at the thumbnail, like, oh, what's that? And then
yeah.
bang.
Yeah. And
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 probably
Buzz,
listen to like 30 seconds of it, but all good.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
catch a few.
And
We'll
Buzz,
catch a few.
yeah, Buzz, you had some initial reaction to the thumbnail?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Why am I so fat in it, bro? And why you some kind of like it's straight from the like the mana like chewing gum style. I was like,
And
that's
yeah, and I had to, defend myself by just screenshotting the prompt that I put into ChatGPT, and there was no manipulation at all.
yeah, but that's because you picked a still where you were like, and I was like slouched like, oh,
Okay, all
like,
right. Well, hey, I'll invite you to do one yourself and see
yeah,
see how
yeah,
it looks. Yeah. All
yep,
right.
yep, yep, yep.
Anyway, let's get into the episode. So today we're going to talk about Korean food, and we thought this was going to be a bit of a low-hanging fruit, a very easy topic to get into, and relatable by a lot of people. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry to just hold that for just before we go on. I got the run sheet, life update, day six concert. Can you give us a bit of a blurb? Because I saw that a lot of my stories, like
Okay.
every
Sure.
basically Korean girl had that story. And I
Yeah.
was like, what? I thought it was Channabi. I was like, what's that about? So what
Yeah.
is
No.
it?
No. I was just gonna skip over it, but yeah, I'll talk about it. So I went to day six concert. Yeah, I was kind of dragged along. No, no, like exaggerating, but yeah, a lucky lady took me to the concert, and
Ooh.
yeah, maybe more about that in future episodes. But yeah, I liked a couple of their songs, but I didn't really know about them. And I went to this concert and I felt like pretty fucking old because there are lots of young girls everywhere, which was cool. But yeah, it was actually really good. The four dudes, four pretty boy dudes, they can all sing and really good. So yeah, that's all I have to
As
say.
in, are they actually called day six or are they called yugil?
No, they're
are
called
they
Day Six, and it's
oh day six? Okay.
like gayest origin in terms of where the name comes from. Because they
Ooh.
used to have like six people, five people, and then the fans would make up the six, or like six people, and
Oh,
some bullshit like that. They ended up debuting only five people. Now there's four of them, but the name stuck. Day Six, and
oh,
they call their
oh, why
fans.
day?
There's like 7 days in a week, and I don't know, I
Okay,
can't remember,
okay,
but
all right, yeah.
and they call their fans My Day, which kind of reminded me we need to name our fans. But I think maybe we should do a poll or do some sort of yeah. Yeah, we should name our fans at some
Yeah,
point.
well,
But
gotta get the fan base first, but yeah, yeah, nuclear stages, but yeah, yeah. All
hey,
right, gotcha. All
they
right.
exist. They're out there, man. But
Yeah, true. They are out there.
yeah. All right. Yeah, let's get to the topic. So Korean food and let's just start broadly in terms of food. What does
Mm.
food mean in our lives? How much significance does it have in your own life, Boz?
Well, you don't have to look at the shape of me to figure out. Yeah, I mean, been probably, into food since young age, but like, I'm probably more like, well, I say Chegebar style food, and if for those who don't know, Chegebar kind of is just like a slang for like ghetto, basically, or like
You
broke
know what?
boys.
You use that quite a bit, but does it actually exist? Like I've never
In
heard
Korea, it
anybody
does.
say it.
In Korean, the hip hop community does.
Sure, sure, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Lee Sung's second album is called Chegebar.
Yeah, I know.
Che,
Like,
Chegebar, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, the point is, yeah, like, well, I guess another popular term is broke boys or ghetto. Like, oh, that's the ghetto version or broke boys version. But I'm very like broke boy style of food. Like, so I love like the bad shit. So like smash burgers, Domino's, Macca's,
yeah.
ramyeon,
All the shit
like
that your wife
punchicks.
keeps you away from, hey?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All that sort of crap. So not like I'm not talking like omakase, like fine dining, like $300 a head, and for a thin slice of raw-fin tuna and a bit of a lemon zest, a lemon from Woolies. Here you go, $500. Okay, thanks. Take your Instagram picture. Yep. No, like for real though, like I'm more of a like cheap and cheerful foodie type of lad for the
Yeah,
for
yeah. I
for the
think
common man. Yeah. How
Yeah,
about
I
you?
think I'm similar in that I don't really have a very like expensive palate or whatever. I like just anything that tastes good. And I was fortunate enough to come from a family where my mum's like an amazing cook and she's very good at kind of diversifying shit. So I just realized so I live with Juno obviously, and Juno can eat like same shit for consecutive meals, whereas that's like a no-no. I would like cook something, even if I cook it a lot, I would just have it once and then freeze it straight away, and then have it like way down the line and kind of mix shit up. So yeah, that's my approach to food. I appreciate any food that tastes good, regardless of what it is. Um, just want to make the point that we're in a bit of, it feels like we're in a very food obsessed society. Um, and I think Koreans are pretty even sort of more extreme in that, like a lot of cookbang and mukbang. For fuck's sake, mukbang is like a word that Korea's made known to the world. So kind of shows how serious they are about food, right?
Oh, yep. I've never watched the full episode to be honest, but yeah, like it's obviously become a thing.
Full
Well,
episode of
it's
mukbang.
yeah, nah, I don't
Oh,
watch that.
really? Do you
What? What?
do you ever
What?
eat alone?
all the time, but I'm watching like actual funny shit like The Office and Parks and Recreation and stuff, man.
Right.
Like ridiculous, mate.
Yeah,
But look,
ever
I
since I
shouldn't
lived
judge.
alone, whenever I eat on my own, I'm watching 먹방. Well, okay, most yeah, I guess 맛있는 녀석들 is 먹방. Yeah, so yeah,
Well, on that, actually, I want to say, yeah, mukbang obviously, created a word that like basically it's used internet wise. So by Gen like Y
yeah.
onwards or whatever, like new Gen,
Mm,
whatever, 20-year-olds,
mm.
yada yada. Um, but I think that's also been I suppose evolved into like it just means anything where someone's eating delicious food or just when it's about delicious food or like food porn or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean, the OG mukbang is they order like fuck, like 10 portions worth of food and eat it all in one setting
Yeah, someone just gorging on a shitload of food. Yeah.
over a timer. That's the OG
Right,
mukbang,
right, right.
right?
Okay.
But then
Right.
it's like now been more, I would say,
Any content
mainstream.
around someone eating food is mukbang now, is it?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
so before it was gorging on like 10 portions, but I think now it's more like, oh, if someone's eating a food, delicious
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
meal, they would
Yeah.
just call it
I
mukbang.
don't, I
Does
don't
that make
watch that
sense?
shit. I don't get any enjoyment out of yeah, gorging. But you know what I watch religiously is 맛있는 녀석들, which is four fat comedians eating very well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so that's a good example. You watch that's what I mean. You watch mukbang, which is the being like the evolved version
yep,
where
yep, yep,
someone's just really eating a delicious meal.
yep,
That's
yep,
what I
yep.
mean. Like I'm what I meant before was I don't watch OG mukbang where like someone was just gorging on 10
Yeah, no,
portions
me
of food.
neither.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And also culturally, I think Koreans tend to, they have phrases like "oh, 밥 한번 먹자." So like that sharing the meal idea of that is seems to be quite strong. I think it's strong in general, like worldwide. There is strong significance around sharing a meal, but it seems to be more ingrained in the culture. Hey.
Yep, yep. And also I want to point out that with food, right? And it probably is still to a certain extent, but there was a real drive. Remember, like a few years ago, where when sort of more the social media was really at its peak of like freshness. Like now,
Mm,
it's just really saturated. But remember when it was like a thing to post your Starbucks, like that you just got and stuff, and like
mm.
all that sort of that sort
Have
of
we sort of evolved past that a
mentality.
bit?
I think so. Like, I mean, it still
Yeah.
exists, obviously. I mean, you still, like, I would say I could open up majority of my Instagram stories now, and I think maybe 50% might be, oh, no, maybe not 50, but like 30% might be food. But, like, there was definitely a time where like 70% of it would have been food, and it still is a popular thing to post, and
Yeah.
I've done it before. Hey, I'm not, like, I'm not immune to that. Like, it's just like whether it's toxic or not, like when I go to it, particularly when I go somewhere, like if I go to Korea or like a really, famous place or whatever, like, I definitely feel inclined to like post it as a memory. But then like obviously there's a part of you that is wanting to show to your friends that you went there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, let's talk about Korean food specifically. So, obviously, it's being loved worldwide, more so these days. What makes Korean food so great? Like, obviously, we're biased. We've eaten Korean food the most in our lives. So there is that bias. But yeah, what makes it so good, and what are some of the shit things about it?
Well, I gotta say, just on that point, one thing that's been really like surprising for me as like a Ching Chong Korean is the love of kimchi, the love of kimchi that's been like just embraced by like everyone, like white, black,
Everyone?
everyone.
That no, it is
Most,
a surprise, eh? Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Well, when I
gotten
say
pretty
everyone, I mean
mainstream.
like
Yeah.
it's like mainstream as man, like
Yeah.
and people love it. Like my friends love it. Like my close friends love it. Who are like I thought would be the last people to love kimchi. Like
Hmm.
I got a Arabic friend. He loves kimchi.
How does he eat it?
I think they just fry it or in soups or just straight into it. Like, yeah,
Okay.
I mean, they can eat it as much as we like. Obviously, not in proportions like we do. Like we have
Yeah.
it like quantity wise, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
in terms of just eating it the way that we would eat it, yeah, no dramas. It's a bit spicy for some of them,
Mm,
obviously,
mm, mm.
but like they can smash kimchi no problem. which is
Experience the
surprising because it's very
chilliness?
smelly.
Yeah, yeah. The garlic smell is pretty off-putting, I suppose, for a lot of people. But
Yeah.
like I think you can't really go past Korean food with chili, right? Like
Yeah,
without
well, not for
it's
me.
it's a
Yeah,
it's
I
a
mean,
big part of Korean food, isn't it?
yeah, I mean they're soy based, but I would say chili based is the like predominance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
also I think it works against them. I think a lot of the sauces are too similar. The
Mm-mm.
빨간 양념, like
It's on everything.
chili, like soy, garlic, basically everything kind of revolves around that,
Yeah,
right?
and then the protein changes, and then like vegetables
Yeah.
change. 100%.
Yeah. And then
100%.
also, I think there's not enough fresh food in Korean
Yep.
food,
Yep.
like a
Like whole
salad.
food. Yeah.
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 No, it's generally cooked, but obviously, the whole Korean food scene's gone exploded in the world. So, all right, well, we're going to talk about our top five Korean food.
Top five.
Yeah.
It's probably changed since childhood, though, eh? I was gonna say it's
Oh,
probably
of
has
course,
changed in
it
childhood. Yeah, yeah,
evolved. It
yeah,
evolved.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Top five
Top
Korean
five.
food by us right at this stage. Before, when we were discussing this topic, there was a little bit of discussion on how we want to define it. Are we going to stick to single dish, or are we going to talk about, a meal? And we've gone with a meal because, I think both of us, we're kind of that kind of eater in that we like to kind of 제대로 차려놓고 먹는 거.
Yeah, it's got to be a combo, guys. Like, miniskirt and Nike shoes. It's got to be a combo. You just can't have one, boys. Okay, and girls.
Okay, 졸라 느끼하게 얘기하네. Okay, all right. All
그게
right,
왜
so
느끼?
I'll let you go. The number five.
All right. Okay. So just
And by the way, we are going to do like honorable mentions and all that shit at the
yeah,
end.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, just a disclaimer though, like unintentionally me and Dennis like shared a run sheet and it had like his top five on it. So he knows that four of them are pretty much on target-ish, but he doesn't know the order. So,
I don't think you should have said that. All right, I'm going to edit that bit out.
oh, really? Because I just thought like our reactions might not be as good.
That's okay. Well,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
whatever.
anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Actually, you know what? I still haven't decided on number five. But anyway, you
Yeah.
go.
No, I just said that so that like our reactions are not far like considered like
Okay,
egg
okay.
fade. Yeah, wait, do
Well,
you know Pig Laden? Do you
fuck it,
know
I'm
Pig
gonna
Laden?
fake it. Huh?
All right. Do you know
Pig
Pig Laden?
Latin?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck? You're gonna bring Pig Latin into this?
Yeah, because I was like, you know what? That's interesting because like
Oh,
some
Impap K.
it's like some obface might not know Pig Latin.
Yeah,
Put it
okay.
that way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Fucking say it. I'm interested to see Pig
Yeah.
Latin. God.
Anyways. No, no, that's because I said ache face, but I wasn't sure like because you're not like a OG couple like so I was just wondering if you know Pig Laden or not,
Egg phase is in fake. Fake
Yeah.
reaction. No, okay.
Yeah,
Gold.
yeah, yeah,
Gold.
yeah, yeah,
Go for
yeah.
it, mate.
Anyways, now
Number
because
five.
I've been back to Pig Laden. I've been back into it.
Fuck Pig Latin. Go to number five, mate.
Okay. All right. My number five is, and this is probably the one that was like similar, is number five, Chokbal. Chokbal is number five. And that it's usually either Chokbal versus Posam, so I went with
Yeah.
Chokbal. And what
I'm
Chokbal is
definitely in the Posan camp.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And what chokpad is for the English peoples is it's pork knuckle, like pork hock, pork ankle, that beautiful gelatin and that meat. Yeah, and it's pretty much usually like really steamed hardcore or boiled hardcore. And with some secret herbs and spices, and then it's thinly sliced and then you eat it with fresh vegetables and a bit of dipping sauce like soybean dipping sauce. Usually a popular one side by side is thinly sliced radish kimchi. Mmm,
겉절이?
beautiful.
Are we talking
No,
about
no,
겉절이?
무생채.
아,
무생채. Yeah,
오빠
yeah, yeah.
무슨 먹는구나. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then like, different regions have different style, but let's just, keep it classic. Yeah, we're not pro, so we can't bring up any graphic, but yeah, just Google it.
Hey, I'll add it to the when I edit it, I'll pop it up somehow.
Oh yeah, awesome, awesome. All right, yeah, yeah. So it looks.
It's better to do that than us trying to do it live one screen share.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, because we need the streamer thing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Right there.
basically, yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, it's like the presentation. So make sure you put up a good one. Is just beautiful. The color. You got the thinly sliced meat, and then you've got beautiful pieces of carrots and cucumbers and garlic and some chopped chili on the side and some lettuce, like open lettuce, and then yeah, the assortments of kimchi on the side. It is a very, as if Korean culture is very considered a dish to eat while drinking alcohol or catching up with friends. It's a very group dish. Yeah, I used to love it when I used to
Very
obviously drink.
delivery dish as well, in especially in recent times, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah, and a delivery dish in Korea as well. So like family gets around and whatnot. But yeah, no, in Korea I used to really eat that a lot with everyone really.
With who? With who? A
Yeah,
specific person?
the girls that I was dating and, like just, crowds as well. It's one of my favorite dishes. And, back then, oh man, I don't drink soju anymore, but that and a bit of,
You don't drink soju?
oh, soju, nah, man. It's just, no, like, I don't find an occasion for it, man, to
Man,
be
I got
honest.
tanked on Soj on Tuesday night, just on
Uh,
occasion. After badminton, we went to this restaurant, and all the anjus were just like Soj anju. So
yeah, but that's the thing. You have an occasion. Like, I don't really have an occasion where I'm doing that. You know
yeah.
what I mean? But yeah, yeah, but with soju,
And
yeah.
as you were talking about, a couple of things reminded me about the greatness of Korean food. One, a lot of it goes really well with alcohol, like, and there's like specific pairings, and obviously there's pairings, with wine and beer and all that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, since alcohol is such a big part of the culture as well, it's a big part of food, um, and the combination, I think all of our choices will really emphasize the importance of combination. As you said, it's not just the meat, but it's all the sh other shit around it, and then the panchan culture, I suppose, is reflected.
Yeah, because if without the sides that I just talked about that are quite simple, it'll be quite like 느끼해, to be
Mm,
honest.
mm.
Yeah, yeah, and 느끼해 is
So
another word that you can't really explain in English, but quite greasy, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
why 족발 over 보쌈?
Oh, I used to love pulsam more as a kid, and then I just converted to jokbal basically. Probably because of the experiences in Korea I had eating it with certain people.
Okay, sure, sure. All right. My number five, and this is kind of last minute decision. Number five was pretty hard to pick for me, and it could be controversial, but my number five is Korean Chinese food. 중화
Oh, yes,
요리.
yes, yes.
And when I say that,
중화.
I mean 짜장면, and I'm
Mm.
cheating. Like if you think it needs to be a single dish, well, any of the listeners, yeah, fuck off. 짜장면, 짬뽕, 탕수육, 깐풍기. Okay, I'll leave it there. I can't go into like 유린기 and like 뭐야 또 the chair, all that kind of stuff. But in an ideal world, I would love to have like puchu kopang and all that sort of shit. But I think it's a bit crossing the line. But so just sticking to the basics of 짜장, 짬뽕, 탕수육, 깐풍기.
Okay,
Um,
깐풍기
as
vs 탕수육. 깐풍기 vs 탕수육. What's which one?
probably 깐풍기.
Yeah, me too, man. Kampungi, like I've been like advocating kampungi, but like the fucking, I was trying not to swear. The bloody the mainstream, they
Yeah.
love the 탕수육. So whenever it's a group, everyone's always like 탕수육 먹을까? And everyone's like, yeah, yeah, 탕수육. I'm like, oh my
In
God, where's the
Korea
kampungi
or
fans?
here in Australia?
Yeah, well, both actually, to be
Really?
honest.
I
Yeah, it's
think,
just more
you know
mainstream.
what? I never ate ganpungi until I came to Australia. Do you know that? So like 탕수육 is the more famous dish, especially in Korea. Like things have changed over the years, I suppose. Like ganpungi is like really come up, but it used to be 탕수육 hands down.
Exactly. It's also, as I said, Koreans are all about bettering the other person
Yeah.
in a good way, I guess. So which means like trying to do what the other person wants. or like group harmony. So like if you want something, you kind of like, oh no, even if I want it, like the crowd wants
Yeah,
this.
are
So
you saying that because kampung is the chili option? Is that what you meant?
yeah, well, that is all. But just in general, most people just are like down to have 탕수육. So like if
Okay.
everyone's in a group and it's like 짜장면 먹자,
Yeah,
탕수육 시킬까? And I'm like, fuck, I'm like, I want kampungi, man. But because
big puppy bitch.
yeah, I rarely get to eat it, right? So I'm just like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like, but also because generally I've always found people like 탕수육 more, and I don't want to be an asshole and be like, let's get kampungi. If
Depends on the
like
restaurant
literally,
too.
yeah, but if
If you
literally
go
like
to Yangjagang, you have to have kampungi. Like,
kampungi,
yeah.
but
Okay,
yeah,
well,
Korean Chinese for Chungha Yori is what they
hey,
call it.
between
Yeah.
jjajang and jjampong, what's your pick?
Oh, 짜장면 all the way, man.
Oh, easy pick,
Yeah,
eh? It's for
짜장면
me,
all the
it's
way.
like 51-49 jjajang.
Not even close.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so jjajang, jjampong, kampungi, 탕수육, and then with like the 양파 and the 춘장 that comes with
Yep.
it,
Yep.
the 닭광, 단무지 무조건 많이 줘야 돼.
Well,
Hey,
I don't
식초
know if you
넣고.
should call it takgang.
Why
It's
not?
단무지, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever. I'm Jap.
Oh yeah, yeah. Chinil pao. He's a chinil pao.
식초 넣어 안 넣어?
I put vinegar on everything, man.
Oh, do you? Okay. Do
I
you
love
put
it.
고춧가루 in your 짜장 or not?
100%.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
Oh,
in the jajang, sorry,
yeah,
or
yeah, 짜장면,
no, no, I put
짜장면.
it in the soy sauce. I put it in the soy sauce.
그럼 짜장면은 안
Yeah.
넣고.
No, no, no. Yeah.
What about 식초 in 짜장 or not?
No, well, I put shikcho in the jajang and on the tamuji. I put
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And then,
Shikcho is vinegar.
if the
Yeah.
occasion's right with a bit of 고량주 and yeah, all good.
It's interesting because my wifey loves it. Loves it.
Loves what?
Yeah. Oh, like Chunghwa Yori.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's a big fan. So like I'm not as big on Chunghwa Yori as much as like a lot of Koreans. So
Oh,
she makes
really?
me go a lot. So like she's like, "Oh, can we eat it?" I'm like, "Yeah, look, anytime."
I,
Like
I'm
I can eat
surprised because
anything.
I thought he would be too heavy for her liking.
No, she loves jjajangmyeon and she loves jjampong. She's like you. She loves both. She will always have to get one of each, and then I'm like, all right, no
Oh, yeah,
dramas.
yeah. Force you to, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But she loves it. But she knows I'm like, because for me, ironically, that's the one that's too heavy for. Like it's too greasy for me. It's too like
Yeah.
sticky, like sweet greasy. I just
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. And
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
why it's like you can't have it too often, but when you do, it's just like
yeah. Mm.
hectic. Oh fuck.
Well, actually, that's why I've converted. I've converted to like, and it was ironically, it was close to making my list, man. Like, I actually prefer the instant chapaghetti now
Oh, 짜파게티 is
because
pretty, yeah,
it's
pretty
epic, man. Because I've had that so much more, I
yeah,
guess, quantity wise in my life. It's
yeah.
like my brain has converted to be like that is better than
Do you do
actual
anything
jjajangmyeon.
cute with your 짜파게티 or you just keep it classic?
You know me, man. OG for everything. Do not modify the recipe, man. It's just straight jjajangmyeon, fried egg on top if you want, but I can just eat it straight.
Okay, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
All right,
no
hey,
modification.
let's
Yep. All
move
right.
on.
Yep.
Number four.
Yep. Move on. Number four. And is on your list somewhere. I think is the classic. Of course, how can we not include it? It's the Korean barbecue, and I guess most specifically the samgyeopsal, which is the pork belly. So yeah, classic OG. It is the OG Korean barbecue. It's like the OG, the chekebar, the common man for everyone. Yeah, we all grew up with it. Like to be honest, when I grew up, I thought that was Korean barbecue because we didn't really have anything else. Because that was such a staple. And then obviously I learned all the other different cuts of meat. But samgyeopsal is the OG. And the funny part is and then I'll throw it over to you. But samgyeopsal has evolved as well. So when I grew up here, samgyeopsal was the OG was the tepe samgyeopsal, but not the super thin one, but like a decently thinly sliced samgyeopsal where it will be kind of like bacon style sized. And then yeah, you would have that, and obviously with all the side dishes, I don't think we need to go through that again, similar to jokbal. But that was what it was like for me. But now it's evolved into like the whole like a steak a thick
Yeah.
steak of pork belly, and then they cut it up.
Yeah.
Is that a similar experience to you? I just want to ask.
Yeah, I think so yeah, a bit of history on samgyeopsal. I think it kind of really took off in the 70s or 80s in Korea when it went through like hectic economic advancement and people meat was traditionally just really rare in Korea, and I think they got to a certain sort of economic status where they could afford more meat, and samgyeopsal pork belly was a sort of a affordable meat, so it just exploded. And all the hueshik, so after work, people kind of drinking and eating this shit together. And I'm pretty sure it was like the thinly sliced, more the I think 냉동 samgyeopsal. I think it's meant to be that. And then it eventually transitioned into the thicker 생삼겹. And then teppanyamgyeop's like a on its own. So have you heard the story around teppanyamgyeop? So Baekjong kind of randomly created it because it was cut yeah, it was cut in a different way. It was kind of created by accident. So anyway, there's different types of samgyeop, but I think
But that's the thing. We were having tepe before Mr. Peck,
but
was
it's not
king.
냉동이랑 대패는 좀 다를걸?
Yeah, I get that. But you know
Yeah,
what I mean, like the
yeah,
bacon
the
slice.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I like 생삼겹 better. There's more to do with it.
Really,
Yeah.
bro? Like everyone loves 생삼겹. Everyone loves it. Like when I was
Uh,
in Korea, that's all we had.
yeah, no, it's different. Like, obviously you can fry the shit out of the thinly sliced. Well, I don't know if that's how you eat it. If you prefer to have that crispy texture or, have more sort of chewy. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, I love both. But well, ironically, me and the wifey, we both like the OG
yeah,
thinly sliced.
냉삼, yeah,
Yeah. So let's call it nengsam. Okay. Yeah. It's
yeah,
it's not really called nengsam, but let's call it
yeah.
nengsam.
Yep,
But yeah, the OG nengsam is what we both like.
yep.
And hot tip, guys, if anyone out there likes it, Coles actually sells it. It's called quick cook pork belly slices, and they actually have it. Shout out to Coles.
Well, they have the 생삼 as well, guys.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Bro, bro, fuck Coles, but yeah. Anyway,
Um, yeah, so this was in my this is number three for me. Say samgyeop. And
yeah,
it was a contest between samgyeop and bossam. And at the end of the day, I went with samgyeop because it's just more accessible and familiar, and I've had it way more times than bossam. Like, I love them both like to death, but samgyeop won out. And I guess the things that I don't know if you mentioned it. Oh yeah, you wouldn't have in your 족발 selection, but having it with 된장찌개 and 밥. So yeah, 삼겹 with the 기름장. So it's interesting how samgyeop it's oily already, but when you put it into the girimjang with the salt and pepper, it just
bro,
kind
I
of
love kirimjang, man. I love dude. Kirimjang is the OG. So that's a good one, Dennis, because my wife likes the tamjang, like which is the dipping sauce, soybean paste dipping sauce, and a lot of my friends like that as well. Like my like Aussie mates,
yeah.
like Asian Aussie mates. But I love the OG, which is the sesame seed oil, salt and pepper. That's the best. Like just that and the meat, man.
Why not both?
Now, my first bite is always no side, no nothing. Get
Yep.
a
고기만.
slice of it into the kirim jang.
Yep.
Yum, yum.
Yeah, I'm
And
a I'm a Sam guy, so I would go eat meat first just to
yeah,
see just to test the quality, and
yeah.
then well I go through my phases I suppose, but when I hit the 상추쌈, you know 고기 기름장 마늘, like for me I'm a
Oh
sucker for
yeah.
마늘 man.
Raw garlic?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
fuck cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking is
Yeah.
for noobs, man.
Bro, like that's the thing about Korean barbecue that which is like we spent a couple more minutes on this thing about Korean barbecue that I think has been a big success with the foreigners as well. Well, globally, let's just say, is just the as you said, there's so many different ways to skin a cat with it, right? Like so, as you said, the garlic. Some people like it raw, raw like me. But some people like it like you know how they put it in like a tin foil with a bit of
Yeah,
oil and then they put on the barbecue nice and cooked and they
it's more
love that
고소해져.
mush garlic. Yeah. Some people like the chopped chilies in there, which I
Yeah,
do as well. Some people like
100%.
raw onion in there. Some
Yeah,
people like the you know the onion with the sauce.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
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 some people love that.
yeah.
I never did that until I got to Korea. I was like, whoa, what the hell? Like this is new school. Some people would like it with the kimchi, cooked kimchi, raw kimchi.
Oh, we can
Some
cook
people
kimchi with samgyeop as well. That's another
yeah,
big.
I personally I like it with cooked kimchi, man. Like pork and cooked kimchi, the acidity of the kimchi and the greasiness of the pork.
Oh,
Mm,
yeah, match
so
made
good.
in heaven, mate. Yeah.
Some
And
people
then
like it
also,
with
there's,
the
mm,
buchu as well. Like
oh yeah,
green.
pajeori, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, and
Yeah,
also
yeah, pajari.
tenip, and yeah, there's just so many things.
Yeah,
Like the
pumpkin leaf.
combination
Yeah.
of it is just beautiful. Like
Oh, so
it's
good.
just perfect.
It's so good. Can I give you a funny story about samgyeopsal before we move on?
Go for it, mate.
All right. Okay. So, when I was like so I was newly single in Australia, and I was like, how do I go meet people now? And then, ironically, it was you, and I'll never forget the quote. So I was like, hey, bro, like, I don't know about these apps, man. Like, I've never used these apps. I don't know, like, is it for like, is it for like losers and shit or desperados or whatever? And you're like, mate, that's the new norm. Everyone's on it, mate. I was like, I don't know, man. I'm still old school. Like, is there any other way? And then you're like, the exact quote was, hey, if you're in the world and then like everyone was riding like bicycles and then like someone invented a car and then everyone's riding cars and you're the only one riding a bicycle. That's what it's like if you don't go on the app. Obviously, you said it in Korean, which was more impactful, but I was like, oh, all right, well, that's a pretty good analogy. So yeah, so I got on, and then like so in Korea, it's much more affordable, right? So like the first date can usually be like samgyeopsal, and like here's the funny story. So
First
like
date, samgyeopsal. Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm more of a like samgyeopsal and like have a beer, and then like just like get to know each other and stuff like that. Like, but well, this is the funny story. So like in Korea, that's like he's more affordable and like it's just like very doable, and
Hmm.
also like Korean like and this is just like based back to what I just said earlier. Like Koreans by nature they want to kind of um pedio the other person, which how do you explain that? It's kind of like trying to
배려.
yeah.
Be
Try to
considerate.
think, yeah, be really considerate, especially when you're a stranger. That's the thing. When you know each other, all right, they don't give a F, but when it's like you met for the first time. So
Yeah.
like they're really considerate. So they would just like order like samgyeopsal pork belly, order like a local beer. Like it's very respectful because they know like that the guy's gonna pay, but they're generally like
여자 개 싫어했을걸?
no, no, they would order though. Like I'll
Yeah,
be
I
like,
know,
get
but
what you
like,
want.
but who, most girls would not want to stink themselves up in pork on their first date.
Oh, maybe it was like second or third day, man.
Okay.
Just let the story go, mate.
Okay.
Jesus, yeah,
Yeah, go on, go on.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, so like that would be like very like doable. And then when I got here, and then like so like on the app store, there'll be like Asian Aussies that like and like Korean Aussies as well. But
Yeah.
like when I first like I didn't know the scene, so I
Mm.
was just like, yeah, just go for beers and like Korean barbecue straight away. But it
Yeah.
was like costing a ton. Like I was like, man, these first dates are so expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
oh wait, give me a sec. Call from the real estate. Give me a sec.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Hey Dylan.
All right, boss,
Hey
not
mate.
going on
Hey, can I
mute.
call you back in about 15 minutes? Yeah, we'll do. All right, thanks, mate. Cheers.
See you, Dylan.
Keep that in. Keep that in.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, so like yeah,
So what did you pivot to from
no,
some?
no. So here's the funny part. Like, so Korean Aussies would know that, and so they would like order pork belly. Like, of course, I'll be like the guy, be like, order what you want. But like Korean Aussies will be like, all right, cool. Like, and they'll order pork belly and blah 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 because they like it. Everyone's cool, and then like,
Yeah.
so it would be like still pricey, but like within range. But like Asian Aussies, they don't know, so
Hmm.
they would just be like ordering like all these beef cuts, and like the meat was getting massive.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Shit.
shit, it's so funny. Because like obviously you can't like be like, oh, you can only order the pork belly. You know what I mean? So like these Asian Aussies were like killing me, man. Because like
Mm.
they were like ordering all the beef. That was
Yeah.
so, yeah, yeah. So,
Um, Much
yeah.
success from those expensive beef meals.
Not bad, not bad.
Uh,
I don't know about the ROI, but yeah, not bad. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, that was my boss's number four, which was my number three, which was samgyeopsal. Okay. All right. So we'll go to my number four. My number four is ramen, kimchi, and kimbap. It has to be a combination. And again, if you think I'm cheating, fuck off. They just go hand in hand. Like the combination of yeah, it's just ramen, kimchi, kimbap. You can't separate them. You can have one on its own, but it's just far inferior to when it's kind of together.
Yeah, we
Uh,
need that sound. Beep, 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 that horn. Bro, so let's do it together because it's gonna clash. I'll throw
sure,
it over to you. But
sure.
just saying that's my number three, bro. That's how
Yeah.
high it was.
Okay, so
Number
our four
three.
and three, yeah, switched. But
Yeah.
ramen, I think when it comes to it, I think I have to go with Shinramen. It's just classic, just solid amount of spiciness and just the noodle and then the tiny fucking little bit of mushroom.
Add
Uh,
the graphic.
yeah, and then the kimbap, just the normal kimbap, not chamchi kimbap, not bulgogi kimbap, just classic because it has to. It's a lot about the texture, and you have to have oi and tanmuji, and that it's got to
And the
be.
kimbap hem. The kimbap hem. Yeah, bro. Bro, that's exactly what I wrote down, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, great minds, mate. We think a lot, think alike.
Only Korean hip hoppers and Brisbane Broncos supporters can think of this, bro.
And then the kimchi, I'm happy with just 일반 kimchi. It doesn't have to be like 겉절이 or like 신 kimchi, just 일반 배추 kimchi. And then boom. Had it last night, yesterday actually for lunch.
Yeah. Look, I keep referencing my bestie, my wife. I'm just gonna say name, Amy, but yeah, because it's because obviously we've been hanging out 24/7 for the past 4 years. But man, this another funny story is she does just the kimbap thing. It's like such a clash, bro. It's like what you
What?
said, like the kimbap. It's such a clash
Why?
because she likes like the tuna kimbap and stuff, and I'm like, it's not right, man, with the ramen, bro. She's like, gotta get the tuna kimbap, like dunk it in and shit. I'm like, nah, man, nah, don't put that tuna into the ramen
Yeah,
국물,
so
bro.
you buy two rolls then, yeah?
Yeah, obviously, but
Yeah.
like it's funny because sometimes we want to buy one roll and like we both look at each other. I'm like,
You know what?
just get the tuna.
You know what? There's a groundbreaking invention. These days they have like a pack of kimbap with three different types. Have you seen it?
Nah, haven't seen it.
Genius. Yeah.
Yeah, but that seems but like you probably paid more for it.
I would pay more for that any day. No, I think it's
Mm.
brilliant. So there was like the normal gimbap, tuna gimbap, and then the bulgogi gimbap. I'm like, awesome.
Nah, I only like the normal anyway. I only like
I'm
the
a man of
OG
diversity, so
or Dengcho gimbap.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
the extra spice. But yeah. Anything else to add to the kimbap,
Yeah, we'll probably have to
ramen,
skim through,
kimchi?
but I just want to say, I find it very interesting that Ramyeon made it to top five. I didn't think you would put it in there as being such a like purist,
Hmm.
but bro, I was like, it was hard between
The
the other ones we're gonna
combination.
talk about next because it was close, man. Because I'm like, if I'm on my deathbed, this could be the meal, But
Yeah,
anyway,
but it's for me, it's the combination. Ramen alone, no. Kimbap alone, no. But
yeah.
when together, it's like fucking fire.
Yeah, with the kimchi. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
All right, you're number two.
Same as you. Two and one's the same.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I
okay.
think like this just shows our Korean. This is where the Koreanness comes in, right?
Korean Australianness. Oh well,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Number
Korean.
two
Yeah,
is the
sorry, yeah. Korean Australianness. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm the same, bro. Like number two, it's kimchi jjigae, which is kimchi stew. But and this is where the slight variations are. So I'm just gonna say as well. So number one, I like it, and I'll throw it over to you. I like it again. For those who probably got on by now, OG style, OG style. I do not like fusions or variations or like modernizations. So I like OG. which is pork belly, all right, um, which is usually sliced in cubes with the fat on top. That's usually the way it's done. Uh,
Actual cube, like
no,
or
no,
like
like
rectangular prism.
yeah. Like so, like you get the sang and then you cut it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
good.
and then we've obviously aged kimchi that's ready
Yep,
to go,
yep.
and predominantly I like it cooked in that state, and then at the final stage, slices of tofu. All right,
Okay.
but the way it's sliced, I like it like the rectangle, like you know what I mean, not
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
cube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way
like
that we cut spam. Yeah,
yes, the way you cut spam, and then you just put it on the top like a layer. Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah,
one, two, three, four, and then in the pot,
yeah.
and that's it. Pork belly, kimchi, and then the tofu really adds the last minute garnish. That's it.
Um, how do you cook it? Hang on. Okay, all right. Let's get into it.
Mm.
Obviously, you put in ma늘, yeah.
No, well, the minor from the kimchi. Just saying,
Okay,
I
okay. So
don't.
no extra
Yeah, yeah,
ma늘.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So tell
What
me how
about
you like it first. How do you?
spring onion? Like you
Yeah,
know.
from the kimchi. Mine's everything is from the kimchi.
Oh,
No
okay, okay.
extra.
I
Yeah, yeah,
like to add the extras. I
yeah,
like
yeah.
to add the
Thought
extras.
so.
But yeah, no, no, or like no argument that it's got to be pork belly, like or pork. And this kind of goes without saying for you, I'm sure as well, but it's got to be overboiled. It's got to be like
100%.
boiled to the shit. And when you're eating it for the third time, that's when it tastes best.
Yeah. So it
Uh,
can't be restaurant style. This is the one thing you can't get at a restaurant. Yeah, yeah.
no, you probably
Unless
could if
no,
they.
unless it's that's the specialization, which it's not here in Australia, but in Korea there is.
Yeah, and I'll just add to that again, being a man of combinations. So like this kimchi jjigae plus seaweed, kim, fried egg, usually two, pap, like 꼬들꼬들한 찬밥. So
Yeah,
like
white
yeah,
rice. Yeah, like
흰쌀
yeah.
흰쌀밥, 꼬들꼬들한 흰쌀밥, and then 멸치볶음, which is like pretty sweet, and then that kind of like covers all bases for me, and like a really cold glass of water. Uh, yeah, I think that covers. Hmm.
Mate, like it is absolutely staple. And honestly, when I was younger, I still loved it. But now that I'm older, it has definitely cemented its spot as the top um OG Korean food. Put it
Yeah,
that
for
way.
me,
Yeah.
it's like it's definitely one of these soul foods because whenever I was living at home and if I come home from, traveling or if I'm away for a couple of days at camp or whatever, always the menu. My mum would always prepare kimchi jjigae. Like that's like
Kimchi.
her way of saying welcome home, son. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fun fact, I'm really good at cooking kimchi jjigae, like as in because it's sort of the method. It's the method
Hmm,
for kimchi jjigae, right? The method, and then like the way that you like it. I'm
hmm.
really good at it, and I've been better throughout my life than any girls I've dated with it. So I've been like the kimchi jjigae guy, and even in marriage, my Amy would be like, yeah, like, oh, can you make it like once a week or whatever? So yeah, I'm
The
always
secret doesn't sound like there's much there. Well,
mate.
are
The
you hiding
methodology.
something that you're not telling us?
Never forget the yum yum, but yeah, nah, there's a bit of methodology to it, mate. But
Yeah,
yeah, no,
sure.
yeah, solid staple food, love it. Yeah, OG.
All
Let's
right,
go to number
and
one.
okay, let's go to number one. And this is, I think, for us, this is like the DT3 of K food for us because it's
The
like an
best
easy number one. Um,
graphic.
there there may be a slight controversy because it's not, I guess, OG Korean food, but fuck that,
Hmm.
it's Korean
Yeah.
Australian, and I think you should know by now. Wolam Sam, number one.
Wolamsum. Oh, mate. I could eat this every day, man. Every day. Man, it's just like Amy's not as keen into it as I am, so we don't eat it as much, especially harder with the baby. So I've had like way less of it since since my son was born. But before that we used to eat a lot. But yeah, it's the OG. I love it, man. So yeah, feel free to elaborate.
I love diversity, and this has it in terms of flavor, texture, color, like just fucking everything. So for anyone who might not know, it's a Korean Australian version of rice paper roll. So you have your rice paper and you put in like all sorts of shit. And I've listed like the ingredients that I put in. So
Yep, yep.
uh,
Go for it.
so the classic is sliced beef, or AKA shabu shabu. I like it with suyuk also. Like so, suyuk being steamed pork, pork belly. Well, anyway, steamed pork. And you know, you can if you want to be a bit more experimental, you can put in chicken or you can put in prawn or whatever. But you know, generally speaking, meat and pork. I kind of put a layer of that at the bottom. And then generally after that, I would sprinkle in rice noodles on top of that. And then after that, it's the veggies. And
Ooh.
I usually make my roll so that I could have it in 3 bites. So it's kind of in 3 parts. All the ingredients that I put in, I can, you know, carefully position them and proportion it so that it's in 3 bites. So I'm putting
Go
in
through your list. Yeah.
coriander, mint,
Oh, yeah.
Basa, fish cake, egg, the egg omelet, thingy, whatever it's called. Apple, pineapple,
Ooh.
carrot, capsicum, not capsicum,
Ooh. Oh,
mushroom,
yeah.
alfalfa,
Yes. Yes.
avocado,
Yes.
tsukju, bean sprouts, lettuce,
Yes. Yes.
and then the sauce, which is like the sauce really does make it, I must say.
Yeah.
It has a huge part in it because it's sweet, sour, salty, fruity, nutty. Oh
It's
man.
like a sort of Koreanized version of the OG Vietnamese fish sauce. It's
Mm.
less fishy, as Dennis said, a bit more fruity and nutty
Yeah.
to to acquire to the Korean taste. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And a bit of extra chili to give that extra kick as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, you have that with either cold Coca-Cola or white wine, and you could, yeah, it's the best meal.
Mate, mate, killed it. Pretty much, I agree with your whole list. I don't put rice noodles in there though. That's the one thing. That's very contentious because a lot of people don't put it in as well because you already have the rice noodle on the rice paper. And you didn't mention, but when we say rice paper rolls, we mean like the Vietnamese rice paper rolls. So you know where you dunk it in water and then you can
Yeah.
put stuff in and then wrap it around. So like from my knowledge, all the Viets out there, please feel to comment and let me know. But like, so the OG Vietnam, they make it very simply. It's like a sort of on the go. So they'll put like ingredients like protein and then noodles and then like one veggie and then it's just like to go. And that's sort of been derived here as well in
Nah.
the pork roll places. No?
They chuck in like leaves, multiple leaves. And
Yeah.
like they chuck in shit like similar to getnip and stuff. So lots of vegetables go into it and they chuck in stuff like
Like a prawn. Yeah.
vegetable type of thing, the
Yeah.
Vietnamese version of it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The
Ours
pork.
is definitely better. Like
Yeah, but
sorry to the Viets out there, like we've taken this and just outdone you and it's better. You can argue all you like, but it's the truth.
yeah, but what in that sense, yes, but it's also because like it's a different dish though. Like that's what I'm saying. It's on the go for them. It's not
Yeah,
like a full dish. Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway,
otherwise, whatever.
yeah, yeah. um yeah, pretty much I'm the same. But I think that the variations are the meat. So you mentioned chicken. I do not like. So I remember when I was a kid, like you go over to someone's house and then like each family would have their version of Wolam Sam. And this was back in the day when you couldn't buy it. You know, you can buy it and it's hectic. Like everything's
Game
like it's
changer.
like yeah, you had to like chop it and stuff. I'll be like, Mom, like, can you make me one of something? She's like, oh man, like you gotta like buy all the vegetables and chop it. This is
Yeah.
before the slicer as well. Like literally chop it. But like every family would have a difference. So it's like some families would have like no avocado or apple, and you're like, what? Like you'd be like, what's that about?
Apple, I can do without. Avocado, definitely not.
Yeah, yeah. And apple's like a nice addition.
Yeah,
But like, and some families would have like really like you know how it's like canned pineapple, but like some
yeah.
people would have like fresh pineapple and like all that sort of
Oo,
stuff.
kung saan ang
Yeah.
GP governor?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously I like the can because that's what I'm used to. But one thing was the meat, and there was a family who would do like chicken, and I did not enjoy chicken in it.
And
Yeah,
also,
like
sauces were different at every
yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's become a bit more universal as they started selling. But sauces, some of them are like really much more like the fish sauce, like very not thick and clear type of sauce. there's people who do like go full on the peanut sauce and shit. Like it's really different.
Yeah, how about the ones that the Korean families who put pine nuts in there? I hate it when they put the nuts in there.
Oh, that's what that was
Oh,
us.
is your family one of the nuts
That
family?
like it's doesn't really matter what nut, and I think it was pine nuts at some stage, but as long as it adds to the texture, the nuttiness, yeah, we did that.
Oh, must have been your family then, bloody with the pine nuts, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, yeah, but yeah, basically, if you look at the graphic, you kind of get an idea, but really, you should like YouTube it and see how it's like made, and because it really gives a full sort of picture. But yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Hands on, hands down,
hands on,
number
hands
one.
down. Yeah.
So that's our
Okay.
top five. I'll give you my top five just one more time. So number five was 중화요리, so 장게. Number four, 라면, 김밥, kimchi. Three, 삼겹살. Two, 김치찌개. And number one, 월남쌈.
Yep, pretty much. It's very similar. Number five is chokbal, which was the pork knuckle stuff. Number four was the Korean barbecue, yeah, focusing on pork belly. Number three was the ramyeon, kimchi, and kimbap style. And number two was kimchi jjigae, which is the soup, the stew. And number one was wollam sam, which is the Korean Aussie version of Vietnamese what rice paper roll.
Yeah, I think very popular choices, don't you reckon? Like, I don't think many
100%.
people will argue, you think, oh, that's ridiculous or anything like that, would they?
I think some people might be like, oh, don't know about the ramen being in there as a Korean food, but mate, I'm telling you, mate, I grew up like that's the reason why I'm bloody 5'7".
Yeah. Okay. That's also why I'm 5'7". Hey,
But you know what? Like
we're
side note,
doing
but
this sitting down, so it's all good, mate. They'll never.
I know, but there was a side note, side funny story. I was watching these other podcasts, like shorts or whatever, and like some bigger Korean American peeps, and then like this Korean American girl was saying, like, is it okay for for us to put 5'7" on our profile in our app? And then
Yeah,
she was like saying from her perspective, it's all good. Like if you need to, because you need to get the filter. So she's
yeah.
like if it's got to go in so that it can show up, and
No,
then like you go out on the date and then you sort it out. She
yeah.
was like all good. She
Hey,
was
as
like,
far as
but
I'm
that was
concerned,
that
it's
was from
you're
her
just
end.
rounding it up, man. It's fine. It's like girls putting on makeup. All good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's all G. It's all
yeah,
G.
yeah, no dramas.
It's
All
all
right.
G.
Well, let's just what I think one honorable mention is a bit harsh, isn't it? Do you want to just talk about a couple of your honorable mentions?
Yeah,
But
look, I'll go straight off the bat. Stuff that I believe just really deserve to be mentioned, and then you take over.
sure.
So number one, I reckon, and this was probably in the top five when I was a kid because it
Mm,
was sweet, is
mm.
kalbi jim. Now, that's like
Ah,
what can you say? Braised beef
mm,
ribs,
mm,
short ribs. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of actually globally like non-Koreans like this dish because it's not
mm.
spicy. It's very so it's that again what
Sweet.
we talked about, the soy sauce base. So
Mm,
it's like pretty much the bulgogi sauce, a
mm,
variation of that bulgogi sauce with like short ribs braised over braised short cooked slow cooked over a long time, and then it just melts off the bone, all that stuff. It's
yeah.
got the potato. Like all my mates
Potato.
non-Korean mates have always loved the potato in there, so it's got that like soy sauce
It's
potato.
usually blue radish.
Yeah, but there's Kamjo as well. Trust
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah,
Cooler,
yeah. No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
that might be your version. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But like, so that's always popular. They like my mates have always loved that soy sauce potato side dish anyway. So it's like again a variation of that as well in there.
Mm.
So I think that's an honorable mention. I'm sure kids love it as well. A good way to
Mm. You
eat
know what
beef.
goes well with it? Miyoku.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I just ate it predominantly as a kid. I don't really eat it that much anymore.
yeah.
So that one and really honorable mention is something I really love that I fell in love when I was in Korea a lot more. I liked it originally anyway, but in Korea it's just so much more better there and easier to acquire a good quality is tteokbokki and sundae, man. Like that is OG. I love it. So sundae is basically blood sausages. So like Korean version, there's of blood sausages, which is yeah, and it's just like a steamed blood sausage, and then you just have it with salt and pepper. And then the other one is rice cake, spicy rice cake, basically. I'm sure you guys have seen it before, like the
Yeah, I think
red sauce.
tteokbokki has become a bit of a word in itself, like mukbang.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Enough people
everyone
know
loves
about it.
tteokbokki.
Yeah,
Everyone loves tteokbokki. So those I have to mention because I think I love those. So
yeah.
tteokbokki, sundae, galbijjim, some honorable Korean food mentions. I mean, you've got like the bibimbap and the japchae, but that's more like, that's more like
Nah, fuck
Korean
that.
airplane food.
Pez food, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like I was pretty close to listing Munshik in there, I felt that was cheating. But
yeah.
tteokbokki, sundae, and
I would have
can
accepted
you
that.
chuck in
I would have.
kimbap in there? Kimbap, 되나요?
We
Anyway,
talked about kimbap.
no. I'm saying like
In
tteokbokki,
the Munchik. Yeah,
sundae.
yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, because often you say 떡튀순, 떡볶이, 튀김, and sundae. Like those
Yeah.
three kind of go
Yeah, it's 떡순티, not 떡티순. It's 떡순티.
튀순. Okay, 뭐
Yeah.
시청자들이 코멘트에 알려주시고요.
Yeah,
떡튀순인지
is it 떡순티 or 떡티순 or 티순떡 or
yeah,
티떡순? Like which one is it?
yeah. And then the other my mentions are 돼지국밥, and 냉면 slash 돼지갈비
Yeah, yeah,
and 돈까스. So yeah, I'll
yeah,
just
yeah,
leave
yeah.
it there. The 냉면 and 돼지갈비 were like very close, but because I had samgyeopsal up there, that kind of came down and yeah, ended up with going with 중화요리 in top five at the end of the day. But
Yeah. Did you ever consider the only one I thought was 닭볶음탕. Did you consider that one?
nope.
No, no. Okay, fair,
Yeah,
cool.
chicken is my least favorite meat. So, like, you know what? I think some people, especially non-Koreans, might be surprised that fried chicken is not up here. But I know that both of us are not like huge fans of fried chicken for whatever reason. Is that love for Korean love for fried chicken? Is it real in Korea?
No, it's real. Like my Amy, like she loves like Korean fried chicken. So
Hmm.
like, so yeah, like it would be in her top five without a doubt. I,
Oh,
I I
really?
reckon I could list her top. Well, I don't know about the order, but
Yep.
Jungha Yori's in there. All right,
Yep.
you know what? I'll try to get it right, and then when
Yep.
she listens, she can. So
Chicken.
I
Yep.
don't know the order, but Jungha Yori, that's in there. Fried chicken,
Yep.
right? And takbal, like Korean, like so
Oh, wow. Yep. Yep.
chicken
Yep.
feet, but like it's like yeah, Korean style, like chili
Chili-ish.
takbal
Yep.
style, like not the pure one, but like yeah, you get the idea, like that one.
Yep.
I would say, and then uh 게장, 게장,
간장게장하고 양념게장.
양념게장, and I think that's her number one actually. So tell me if I'm right, Amy. And uh. Is that four? Yeah, so
Yeah, that's cool.
양념게장,
You can't think of
중화,
that. It's fine.
yeah, 양념게장, 중화요리, um,
Chicken.
chicken, Korean fried chicken, 닭발, and you know what? I think number five, I'll go with like what that fish 무조림 thing? What do you call that? With
생선찜?
the 무, yeah, 생선찜 with the 무, yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
that's
Okay. All right. Well, I think this episode is gonna be very easy listening in terms of a lot of people will be able to relate to it. It's not like,
yeah,
hip hop where we've just
yeah,
gone
easy
deep,
listening.
deep
Yeah,
down. But so yeah, and we'll try to add all the graphics to the food up there and come up
yeah.
with a nice thumbnail to get a few views.
Yep. Shout out to yourself, man. Appreciate the edits, man. Because like, yeah, you're the only man who can do it, brother.
Yep. Shout out to ChatGPT. All right. Peace.
Peace.
Let's get some lunch. Bye bye.
Okay. Peace.